Good evening. The news summary for this Tuesday, 6th May. The Electoral Commission says it is not feasible to establish special voting stations overseas for the September 2025 national elections. The Chief Electoral Officer, Manuela Amsbury, made this announcement during a press conference this afternoon. In her statement, Mrs. Amsbury highlights the challenges, including the various legal and logistical difficulties in setting up overseas voting stations. She also indicates that so far only 124 Seychellois living overseas have responded to a notice of the Electoral Commission to find out how many voters there are overseas and where they are residing. Mrs. Amsbury says the government had proposed that the Electoral Commission evaluates the possibility of having voting stations overseas.
The proposal was with relation to the establishment of overseas voting station for registered Seychellois. And the Commission conducted an intensive analysis, and it even went further to issue a notice to encourage registered Seychellois residing overseas to submit their details and country where they are currently residing. And the analysis was made, and the conclusion of the analysis is that for the 2025 election, which will be on the 25th, 26th, and 27th of September 2025, the Commission will not be able to establish overseas station for registered Seychellois residing overseas.
The Chief Secretary of the Public Service Bureau, Sheila Mohideen, says the pilot program for the staggering working hours initiative for public service employees will officially start on the 1st of next month. She made this announcement during a joint press conference with the Employment Department this afternoon, whilst providing more information on the staggering working initiative that was announced at the end of last month. According to Ms. Mohideen, during this month of May, employees will meet with their supervisors to discuss whether they want to work from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., 8 p.m. to 4 p.m., or 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Preparation will take place between the 1st of May until end of May. During this period, the employees will have an opportunity to discuss with their supervisor their preference in terms of working hours, whether to start at 7, 8, or 9. This is to be a discussion and an agreement. It doesn't mean that it is automatic because you want to work within certain time that there will be approval. From the 1st of June until the end of August, then the actual implementation will start in terms of people coming to work at different times. The organization will be required to monitor in terms of number of employee that has agreed to stagger their work hours. Also, the organization will be required to look at the impact on service delivery, on productivity, as well as employee engagement. They will also be required to document any challenges encountered, and as well as any remedial strategy introduced. This information will be submitted to the Public Service Bureau for compilation, and the report will be presented to the Cabinet for us to discuss the next step.
As another step towards strengthening local governance in the country, district administrators are learning about new practices and strategies that they can adopt in their work. This is through a workshop that the South African Local Government Association, or SALGA, is facilitating, where they are sharing their way of doing things and knowledge with them. There was participation from all district administrators directors from 26 districts. SALGA is an organization mandated to transform local governance and improve service delivery through capacity building, advocacy, and knowledge sharing. Principal Secretary for Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs, Kevin Perrin, who officially opened the workshop, explains the importance of this collaboration.
Today, we are delighted to welcome our colleague from Salga to Seychelles. Over the next 2 days, they will be sharing their extensive knowledge and expertise in local governance with our district administrators, focusing on practical insights and strategies that we can adapt to our own local context. This workshop is not simply a training session. It is a platform for dialogue, for growth, and for co-creating solutions that will benefit the communities we serve. It represents our ministry's continued commitment to improving the way we operate at the grassroots levels by equipping our team with the tools and insight necessary to lead effectively and responsibly.
Caroline Vicini, Ambassador of Sweden to the Republic of Seychelles, made a farewell courtesy call on President Wiwaron Kalawan at State House today, marking the official conclusion of her 4-year diplomatic tenure in the country. During her final meeting with the head of state, she engaged in wide-ranging discussions on areas of mutual interests, including climate change, environmental protection, global security, press freedom, human rights, and the upcoming elections in Seychelles.
We had a very wide-ranging discussion on the bilateral relation, of course, but also on the state of world affairs, the challenges that we see at the UN system today, where we need reform, where money has disappeared because the Americans are withdrawing their financing, and what we need to do as smaller states to keep this UN function. We also touched on the upcoming elections. We also talked about freedom of press and other human rights issues. And yes, I think it was about that. Then we had a few issues at the end on bilateral cooperation.
That's the end of this news summary. Join me at 8 for the news bulletin in Creole. Until then, have a pleasant evening.